Walked out of the operating room talking to the nurse, striding down the hospital hallway without paying attention to anyone.
Keep him under observation for 24 hours and check his vitals every 2.
Before he could finish, his phone started ringing. He stopped, glanced at it calmly, then motioned for the nurse to go ahead. He answered in a low voice.
Yeah, Mom.
Her voice came through all sweet.
Fares looked around, heading toward his office while taking off his white coat.
Yeah, I just got out of surgery.
Surgery? What surgery, son? Weren't you fine this morning? What happened to you?
He raised an eyebrow and replied sarcastically.
I got out of surgery because I'm the doctor, Mom, not the patient. And even if I was the patient, you think I'd call you all casual like this? Why, did you imagine I got surgery on my little toe?
Oh, Ferris, you're such a silly boy. Anyway, sweetheart, I called to remind you not to be late for your aunt's dinner. You know she won't miss a chance to start talking.
Fares let out an annoyed sigh, clearly not thrilled about the whole thing.
If we can't stand her, why do we even invite her?
But your father likes her, darling. And don't be late. Your dad, as you know, can't handle his sister being upset. She's his favorite.
All right, Mom, I won't be late. Anyway, I gotta get back to work.
As soon as he ended the call, he tossed his phone aside and muttered, bored.
God, please let me survive tonight's visit.
He rang the doorbell, waiting for his mom or one of his little siblings to open. But the worst thing that could happen, happened. The door opened, and it was Mira, his cousin, who absolutely couldn't stand him. She shot him a glare before turning around and walking away. Fares smacked his palm against his forehead.
Why does she make me feel like I'm here to beg? This is my house.
He stepped inside and closed the door. The moment he entered the living room, he found everyone seated, his mother looking irritated. He instantly knew his aunt had said something. His mom gestured toward her and muttered through clenched teeth.
Come here, Ferris, sweetheart. Say hi to your aunt. She hasn't stopped asking about you since she got here.
Fares put on a polite smile and walked over.
Hello, Auntie. You're lighting up the place.
Suddenly, his aunt stood up and pulled him into a hug, patting his back way too hard, almost like she was hitting him, and said excitedly,
Welcome, my dear nephew, and my daughter's future groom.
A loud choking sound came from behind them. It was Mira, shocked by what her mother had just said. She stared at her mom furiously. Spare me, Mom. My future groom? You want me to marry a monkey? Someone who belongs in the mountains he lives in? Fares stepped away from his aunt, glaring.
A monkey? Only when I grow wings. And what's wrong with my life, huh? It's great. Just keep your eyes off it. Maybe God will bless us.
Mira pointed at herself dramatically. My eyes? Why on earth would I put my eyes on your life? I'd rather gouge them out than throw them into the trash heap you live in. Fares stepped closer, angry.
The only trash heap here is whatever comes out of your mouth. And don't flatter yourself. You think you're even worthy of looking at my life, you rude thing?
Mira pointed at him in disbelief, shouting, I'm rude? Wow, the world must be ending if the donkey doctor is talking back to me.
Yep, donkey doctor. Which is exactly why I know how to handle you.
Mira screamed, furious, while everyone watched. Are you saying what I think you're saying? That I'm a donkey? Fares shot her a smug grin and said,
Wow. Guilty much?
Mira's anger flared as she shouted, If I'm a donkey, then you're a whole mule. A clueless, brainless mule. You're not even fit to deal with humans. Go hang out with animals from your own species. Fares kept his cool and replied,
Exactly why I get along with you so well.
Mira's eyes widened in outrage, but before she could fire back, Fares's father walked in, drawn by their shouting.
What now? What's going on this time? You two never stop.
They both spun toward him and yelled at the same time.
She?
He started it! Ahmed glared at them.
Are you still children? Grow up already. I swear I don't know how you're supposed to live together when every time you meet, you try to kill each other.
Both of them froze, eyes going wide. Live together? Ahmed looked at his wife and sister and asked, confused.
No one told them?
Faraz and Mira exchanged a look, the kind that means disaster is coming. And disaster did come when Ahmed said calmly,
You two are getting married. It's your grandfather's will, God rest his soul. He wanted you to marry once you're grown. Otherwise, neither of you gets a cent of his inheritance.
They both pointed at themselves, horrified, and Ahmed just nodded. Faraz let out a shaky laugh, half hysterical.
Forget it. Forget the inheritance. I don't want it. But marry her? No way in hell.
Mira shook her head. Same here, Uncle. No offense, but I'd rather die single. Even if he were the last man alive, I wouldn't marry him. Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up. Music blasted through the hall while people danced and celebrated the wedding of Dr. Faraz and journalist Mira. The newlyweds sat on the stage, stiff and furious, their expressions screaming that they'd rather be anywhere else. Everyone who came to congratulate them got a cold, dead handshake. One of Faraz's friends climbed up to the stage, dancing and clapping excitedly.
Congrats, man. I'm seriously so happy for you.
Faraz stood to shake his hand, muttering under his breath.
Don't be. You should be mourning for me.
But his friend didn't hear a word. He kept dancing.
That's it, bro. You're married. Time for the good life.
Faraz glanced at Mira beside him. She looked like she wanted to grab a gun and shoot everyone in the hall. He muttered,
Good life? God help you see the kind I'm living right now.
His friend still didn't hear him, so Faraz sat back down beside his bride, twisting his face in misery.
May this be the last disaster in my life, please God.
Mira lifted her hands and snapped, Amen to that, the moment the announcer shouted.
The bride and groom to the dance floor. Make space, everyone.
Both Faraz and Mira stiffened. Mira's eyes went wide. She whipped her head toward him. Didn't you tell them no slow dance? Faraz shook his head frantically.
I swear I told them. I said no slow dance.
He stood up, waving desperately at the DJ to stop, but the DJ, totally clueless, shouted into the mic.
All right, people, clap for the newlyweds.
The crowd exploded into applause. Faraz kept signaling desperately, yelling over the music that drowned him out. He finally shouted,
No! The bride has knee problems. She can't dance.
Mira glared at him, disgusted. Knee problems? You're embarrassing every doctor on earth. He hissed back.
Just shut up. I'm trying to get us out of this.
At that moment, Faraz's father marched over, grabbed both of them, and practically dragged them toward the dance floor while everyone cheered. Then the lights dimmed, and soft, romantic music filled the hall. Faraz sighed.
We're trapped. So let's just get it over with. Hold my hand, pretend we're drunk, and sway a little.
Mira raised a brow, ready to argue. But suddenly he pulled her close. So close her eyes flew open and she swallowed hard, her heart pounding with embarrassment. For a few seconds, Faraz forgot the entire world and smiled at her. A strange, soft smile that made her forget her anger. Slowly, the two of them fell into the rhythm without meaning to, while everyone around them filmed like crazy. Until Mira's heel came down hard on Faraz's foot. He froze, looked down at his foot, then screamed.
Ah! You crushed it! What are you wearing? Steel nails?
Mira stared at him in shock, then burst out laughing at his wounded expression. Later, after the wedding, they entered Faraz's apartment, right above his parents' place. Mira took one step inside, looked around, and grimaced. Who decorated this place? Faris slammed the door hard enough to shake the walls.
Me, you have a problem?
I have several problems, actually. He stepped closer, pointing at a wall.
Do me a favor. Pick the hardest wall here and bang your head into it. I'm not in the mood.
He walked to the room where his bag was, muttering.
Great. Perfect. Now Mira, the interior designer, is judging my taste.
She glared, grabbed her dress so she could walk faster, and stormed after him. The moment she entered the room, she screamed. He had taken his shirt off. Faris looked up, amused.
Relax. I am your husband, you know.
She turned around quickly, flustered. What are you doing? There's a woman in this apartment. He blinked.
Where is she?
Mira spun toward him, furious, forgetting her embarrassment. You mean I don't count as a woman? He raised an eyebrow, heading toward the bathroom.
You tell me, sweetheart.
He left, and she shouted behind him. Okay, Faris. Okay, we'll see. The next morning, Faris woke up to loud banging. He tried to ignore it, groaning, but finally got up, furious. He stormed out of the bedroom, shouting.
What is it? What do you people want this early?
He stopped dead. The apartment looked like a tornado had passed through. Stuff everywhere, furniture moved, shelves empty. He stared around in horror.
What the? Who did all this?
From behind the couch, Mira popped up holding a feather duster, covered in dust, completely calm. Good morning, sunshine. Allergic to dust, are we? Come help me and push this table a little to the right so I can clean under it. I honestly don't get how anyone can live in a place like this. And yeah, guess I wasn't lying when I called you a walking trash can. Fares wiped his face in annoyance and snapped.
I just want to understand. What kind of normal human wakes up at 6 a.m. on their wedding morning to redecorate the entire house and deep clean it?
What, you think I'm a slob like you? He clapped his hands together dramatically.
Again with the slob. Girl, don't test me. My patience is hanging by a thread. If I lose it, I'll make your face look like that dust mop you're holding.
He walked toward the bedroom and before stepping in, said,
And I swear, if I hear one more sound out here, you're done for.
He slammed the door and threw himself on the bed. He was just about to fall asleep when he heard more banging. Furniture dragging, things clattering. He jumped up, yelling,
Mira, I swear to God, you demon!
Days passed, and life between Mira and Fares was a constant war. Arguing, bickering, pushing each other's buttons. Until one day, Fares came home early from work. Mira wasn't home yet. He walked into the bedroom and crashed onto the bed, exhausted. About an hour later, Mira got home. She headed straight to the kitchen to cook, because despite all the yelling and chaos, she had gotten used to making food for both of them every day after work. Then she heard crashing sounds coming from his room. She froze, grabbed a frying pan, and tiptoed toward the door, shaking. She flung it open. Don't move! But before she finished, she saw Fares lying on the bed with a shattered glass beside him. She blinked. Fares? How are you home this early?
Cold. It's freezing.
She glanced at the AC, switched off. She touched his forehead, burning hot. Why are you this warm? He mumbled.
Water. I need water.
She rushed to the kitchen, came back with a cup, helped him sit up, and said softly, Drink, Fares. Come on. He drank slowly, then his head dropped onto her shoulder as he shivered. Without even realizing it, he wrapped his arms around her and whispered,
Cold. I'm really cold.
Worried, she called the pharmacy to send medicine. When it arrived, she cooked something simple and carried the tray to him. She helped him sit and gently said, Come on, eat.
I don't want to eat. I just want to sleep.
She brushed the hair from his sweaty forehead. Please, just eat a little, take your meds, and then you can sleep as long as you want. He looked at her with a pained half-smile.
Sleep on my chest.
She flushed, flustered. Fine, but eat first. He ate, took the medicine. As she stood to take the tray back, he grabbed her hand.
Where are you going?
Just putting this in the kitchen. I'll be right back. She returned, helped him settle, but before she could move, he pulled her close and murmured,
No, stay with me.
She stayed, and eventually fell asleep beside him. The next morning, Fares woke up feeling something heavy on his chest. He opened his eyes slowly, then froze. Mira, right there. And suddenly everything from last night came rushing back. He exhaled softly and wrapped his arms around her, whispering,
No matter how crazy you drive me, you're still the same sweet girl you were when we were kids.
Then he felt her stirring. He shut his eyes quickly, pretending to sleep. He felt her hand gently touch his forehead, and then she kissed his cheek. He almost burst out laughing, but held it in until she left the room. He opened his eyes and whispered with a breathy smile,
God help me, Mira. I swear you almost stopped my heart.
He stared at the ceiling with a small grin.
Is she always this sweet? And I'm only noticing it now? Or is it just because I'm sick?
From that day, things softened between them. Less war, more teasing, and a little something growing between the fights. One day, Mira left work early and decided to go to the hospital to ask him to come over to her mom's place with her. She took a taxi, got out in front of the hospital, went up to his office, and sat waiting for him. Meanwhile, Fares was walking down the hallway with a group of doctors, heading toward his office, saying,
Which is why we need the OR fully prepped. A surgery like this can turn messy real fast.
One of the younger residents nodded, a little too eager.
Of course, doctor. Everything you mentioned will be ready.
Ferris pushed open his office door.
Good. Now let's sit down and go through...
He froze. Everyone else froze. A girl was crouching on the floor, sweeping pieces of broken glass.
Mira?
Mira gasped like she'd been caught stealing nuclear codes and jumped to her feet, forcing a shaky smile. Ferris! Wow, hi! What are you doing here?
Mira, sweetheart, this is my office. I should be asking you that.
She darted her eyes around, trying to block his view of whatever was behind her. But he saw it. He pointed.
What is that behind you?
Her eyes widened as she subtly tried shoving the shattered glass away with her shoe. That? Oh, that's nothing. Nothing at all. He raised a brow and walked toward her before gently pulling her forward.
If it's nothing, why are you hiding it?
And then he saw it. His award of excellence from a huge medical ceremony, lying on the floor, shattered.
What the hell? Who did this?
Mira glanced at the trophy, then back at him. It was the wind. Yep. Window flew open, boom. Trophy fell, shattered. I was just cleaning it up.
The wind. In summer. In 40-degree heat. Amazing.
He looked like he wanted to strangle her, but held back when a voice came from behind.
Is everything okay, doctor? Should I call security?
They both turned toward one of the residents training under Ferris. Mira lifted an eyebrow, then slid closer to Ferris, so close it actually made him nervous. With a sugary sweet tone, she said, "Who's that, Fufu?"
Fufu?
She leaned in dangerously close. "Yeah, Fufu. And I swear today isn't the day to test me." He tried not to laugh. She was definitely jealous, and he loved it. So he wrapped an arm around her waist.
Everyone, this is my cousin. And my wife.
The resident went pale. Ferris continued, all professional again.
All right, docs. Go finish what I asked for. We meet an hour before surgery tomorrow.
Once the door shut, Mira jerked away from him. Who was she?
A resident. Here. Training. Under me.
Then why did she look like she was going to cry blood when she saw me? She stared at me like I stole her husband, not the other way around.
You're jealous, Mimo?
Jealous? Me? Of her? Don't flatter yourself. He stepped in closer, his voice dropping into something soft.
You're jealous over me because of Nora.
Mira had been completely lost in his eyes, floating somewhere else entirely, until her brain suddenly rebooted. She blinked hard. Nora? Who the hell is Nora?
The resident, the one you just saw.
Oh, so her name is Nora. She grabbed her bag, fuming. Well, doctor, go let Nora take care of you then. She headed for the door, then stormed back and whacked him with her bag. You peeping jerk! Woman collector! She stormed out. He burst out laughing, ripped off his white coat, and ran after her. They reached home, and Ferris called out.
Mira, wait! Can we talk like actual adults?
She threw her bag on the couch. Talk? About what, you cheater? His patience snapped. He walked straight up to her.
Let's talk about how much I love you.
She froze. You love me?
I'm crazy about you. Not today, not yesterday. For years, since we were kids, I used to annoy you on purpose just so you'd talk to me.
She blinked in disbelief. I avoided you because you annoyed me. He laughed softly.
I annoyed you because I didn't know how to say I loved you. And when my dad told me we were getting married, I swear I was over the moon. And today, seeing you jealous of Nora, my heart did backflips.
Her eyes filled with tears. She cupped his face with both hands. Ferris, this feels like a dream. Are you serious? Really?
I've never been more serious.
He paused, then added gently.
Mira, what do you say we start fresh? Pretend today is day one. But this time, we start the right way.
The words hit her straight in the heart. She threw herself into his arms. He lifted her easily.
I love you. I love you so damn much. And I can't believe you're finally mine. It feels unreal.
I can't believe it either. All this time, you loved me? And I didn't even notice?
Because you're clueless.
She swatted his chest. He laughed again and dropped down on one knee, saying,
So, Miss Mira, do we start over? Yes?
She looked up at him, smiled, and nodded. Yes, I agree. Ferris wrapped his arms around her again, his voice soft but sure.
I won't disappoint you. Not once. You'll never regret choosing me.
I know you won't. 'Cause from the day I was born, you were my dream guy.